Welcome to the Simple Language. Learn English with simple stories, easy conversations, and clear pronunciation. Slowly, naturally, confidently. Let's begin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Simple Language, the podcast for beginners who want real practice. My name is Mark. I am your teacher and your friend. Today, we have a very special guest. His name is Brian. He is from Azerbaijan. Brian studied English for 4 years, but he never spoke to a foreigner before. Today, that changes. Brian, are you ready?
Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone. I am ready, I think. Maybe. Okay. Yes, I am ready.
Perfect. Today's topic is very important. How to introduce yourself in a job interview. Almost every interview starts with 5 simple words. Tell me about yourself. These 5 words make many people freeze completely. Brian, did this happen to you?
Yes. When I heard those words, my brain said, goodbye. I forgot everything.
You are not alone. This happens to everyone. But today, we will fix that. First, Brian, please tell our listeners your story. What happened last year?
Okay. Last year, I needed a new job. So I did what every serious person does. I made my CV look beautiful. Very beautiful. I added colors. I added a photo. I was proud. Then I sent it to more than 20 companies. And then I waited. I checked my email every 5 minutes. My phone battery was always 0. Always.
20 companies? That is a lot. How long did you wait?
A long time, Mark. A very long time. But one day, my phone rang. A famous pizza company in Azerbaijan wanted to interview me. I said yes before they finished the sentence. I almost dropped my phone.
That is exciting. Now, Brian, what is your profession?
My profession is supply chain management. I studied this at university. Supply chain means you manage how products move from one place to another. Ingredients, deliveries, orders, suppliers. I understand all of this. So I thought pizza needs ingredients. Ingredients need supply chain. I am perfect.
That is very logical thinking. So you went to the interview. How did you feel that morning?
Nervous. Very, very nervous. I practiced in front of my mirror for 30 minutes. My mirror was bored. It saw me say, hello, my name is Brian, 20 times.
Practicing in the mirror is actually tip number 1. Always practice out loud before your interview.
Yes. And I wore clean clothes. I smiled. I walked in like I was confident. On the outside, confident. On the inside, I was a little bit shaking.
That is completely normal. Now, listeners, remember tip number 1. Practice your introduction out loud. Say it in the mirror. Say it to your cat. Say it to your coffee. Okay, Brian, you walked into the interview room. What happened next?
I sat down. The interviewer smiled. And then she said it. Tell me about yourself. My brain went quiet, like a phone that suddenly has no signal.
Oh no. What did you do?
I took a breath. I remembered my practice, and I started slowly. I said, hello, my name is Brian. I am from Azerbaijan. I am 28 years old. I studied supply chain management at university. I have experience in logistics. I managed deliveries and worked with suppliers. I am organized, hardworking, and I never miss a deadline. I sent my CV to many companies because I want to grow in my career. Thank you for this opportunity.
Beautiful. That was a perfect beginner introduction. Let me explain why it worked. Brian gave his name, his country, his education, his experience, and his goal. This is tip number 2. Always use this structure. Name, country, education, experience, goal. 5 pieces. Simple, clear, professional.
Yes, and the interviewer was nodding. I thought, Brian, you are doing it.
What did she ask next?
She asked, can you tell us about your previous jobs? And I said, yes, of course. In my last job, I managed orders every day. I worked with transport companies. I made sure products arrived on time. I communicated with suppliers by phone and email. One time, there was a big problem. A delivery was very late. The customer was worried. I called the supplier. I found a new transport. The delivery arrived the next day. The customer was happy. My manager was happy. I was happy.
Excellent answer. You did not just say, I am good at my job. You told a story. Problem, action, result. This is tip number 3. Always use a small story in your answer. Stories are powerful. They show what you can really do.
Yes, and I used good words too. Organized, punctual, reliable, problem solver.
Let us explain these words for our A1 and A2 listeners. Organized means you plan your work well and keep everything tidy. Punctual means you always arrive on time. Always. Reliable means people can trust you. You do what you say. Problem solver means when something goes wrong, you fix it.
These words make you sound professional. Learn them, use them.
This is tip number 4. Learn 5 professional words before your interview and use at least 2 of them in your answers. Brian, the interview was going very well, but then something happened. Tell us.
Yes, everything was good. The interviewer looked happy. I felt confident. And then she asked one more question. She said, do you have a food safety certificate for customs clearance? My confident face slowly disappeared.
Oh, what is a food safety certificate?
It is an official paper. It shows you know the rules for bringing food into the country. Pizza companies work with ingredients from other countries. You need the certificate. And I did not have it.
What did you say?
I was honest. I said, I do not have the certificate yet, but I am already searching for courses. I am ready to get it as quickly as possible.
That was the right answer, Brian. Honesty is always the right answer.
But she said, thank you for your honesty. We need someone who already has the certificate. We cannot accept you now. I said thank you. I shook her hand. I walked out. I sat in my car. And I asked myself, Brian, why did you not research this? Why?
I think every listener understands that feeling. But Brian, what happened the next day?
The next day, I did not give up. That is the most important part of this story. I made a plan. Step 1, find a food safety course and get that certificate. Step 2, improve my English every single day. And step 3, always research the job before the interview.
This is tip number 5. Always research the company and the job before you go. Learn their products, learn their values, learn what certificates or skills they need. Brian learned this the hard way, but he learned it well.
Yes, now I know. Research first, interview second.
And Brian, you mentioned improving your English. How do you do that every day?
I listen to podcasts like this one every morning. I repeat sentences out loud. I practice with myself. I also studied English for 4 years at school, but I never spoke to a real foreigner before today.
Wait, this is your first real conversation with a foreigner?
Yes, right now, with you, Mark, and with all the listeners.
And how do you feel?
Honestly, a little nervous, but also excited. I can do this.
You can do this, and you are doing this right now, live. This is tip number 6. Speak English with real people, even if you are nervous, especially if you are nervous. Now, listeners, let us practice together. Brian will say the full introduction slowly. Repeat after him. Pause the podcast. Say it out loud.
Ready? Here we go. Hello, my name is Brian. I am from Azerbaijan. I studied supply chain management at university. I have experience in logistics and deliveries. I am organized, punctual, and I enjoy solving problems. I am also improving my English every day. I am excited about this opportunity, and I am ready to contribute to your team.
Perfect. That was about 65 words. Short, clear, professional. Now let us do a role play. I will be the interviewer. Brian, you are the candidate. Hello, Brian. Please tell me about yourself.
Hello, my name is Brian. I am from Azerbaijan. I graduated with a degree in supply chain management. I have 2 years of experience in logistics. I managed daily orders and coordinated deliveries. One time, a big shipment was delayed. I stayed calm, called a supplier, and solved the problem in 1 day. I am hardworking and punctual. I am always on time. I do not have the food safety certificate yet, but I have already enrolled in a course, and I will complete it soon. My English is improving every week because I listen to podcasts and practice speaking. I am very motivated to join your team, and I am ready to learn.
Excellent. You added a story. You were honest about the certificate. You ended positively. This is tip number 7. Always end your introduction on a positive note. Do not end with a problem. End with energy. End with motivation. End with confidence.
Yes, never end with, I have no experience and I am very nervous. Please do not do this.
Good advice, Brian. Now let us review all 7 tips together. Tip 1. Practice your introduction out loud before the interview.
Tip 2. Use this structure. Name, country, education, experience, goal.
Tip 3. Tell a small story. Problem, action, result.
Tip 4. Learn 5 professional words and use them.
Tip 5. Research the company and the job before you go.
Tip 6. Speak English with real people, even when you are nervous.
Tip 7. Always end with a positive and confident sentence.
These 7 tips changed everything for me. I use them every time now.
Brian, one last question. What do you want to say to our listeners today?
I want to say, do not wait for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. I studied English for 4 years and I was afraid to speak. Today, I spoke to thousands of people in English, live. If I can do it, you can do it too. Practice every day. Make mistakes. Learn. Try again. Your job is waiting for you.
Well said, Brian. That's the spirit. And listeners, every no in life is not the end. It is information. It tells you what to learn next. Brian did not get his pizza job, but he got something better. A lesson, a plan, and better English.
And maybe one day I will get that pizza job too, with the certificate this time.
We believe in you, Brian. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Keep practicing. Keep speaking. Success will come.
Bye-bye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye. Stay motivated and never stop learning. Thanks for watching The Simple Language. Keep learning, keep listening, and keep growing your English every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.